Now we are connected again. Sorry. Let's start this episode with a quick exercise. All right. Very experiential, and I think it will illustrate a good point about the podcast of today. And it will make you, a little bit more cognizant of this phenomenon, what I call hunger. I just want you to picture in your mind, to go back in your mind to the moment in your life in which you have the most hunger. Like maybe you was sick and you could not eat for a couple of days, or maybe you went fasting for a couple of days and you was very very hungry, or maybe you was on a spiritual retreat, or you made a diet, or just you spent some hours without eating because you forgot or you didn't have money. I don't know. Go to your mind, go to your memories, to a place and a time in which you was absolutely hungry. And I just want you to picture that, how you felt in that moment. I want you to be in that moment right now and just stay with the sentiment, stay with the feeling of hungerness. And I want you to notice in this brief exercise, how did you feel when you was hungry? How your actions change, how your priorities change in that moment. I want you to notice if you felt any sense of urgency, any sense of I need to move now. I want you to notice if that day or moment you was relentless in your pursuit to satisfy your hunger. I want you to notice if your mind was able to concentrate in anything else beside your hunger. I want you to experience again how bad you want a slide of pizza back then, or just a hamburger, or just a apple, or whatever. I just want you to notice the desperation you felt just to eat something, whatever it was. And I want you to stay with this feeling just for a couple of more seconds. Good. Now, the question is pretty easy and it's very direct. Do you feel constantly, or do you train to feel, or do you engineer your life in a way to feel this feeling of hunger, not for food, but for your personal advancement, for your personal development? Do you feel this kind of hunger every day of your life? Yes or no? And it's a physical, emotional, spiritual hunger. It is not only biological, it is emotional hunger. Do you feel this hunger for growth, for expansion, for elaboration, for conquering your potential? Yes or no? And you may say, well, Derek, well, I've, you know, I don't feel the same hunger. I want to grow. Yes, that's why I am listening to you. I have that desire, but it's not the same as, hunger. If I spend 20 hours or 40 hours without eating, it's not the same. That's the problem. It is not the same. You are not urgent enough. That is exactly your problem. You are taking personal development as a commodity, as a something that is secondary in your life. You are not treating your personal advancement as oxygen, as food, as water, as something primary. You think that this is a pleasure, not a need. And that is where your problem resides, my friend. Because if you really want to push yourself forward to your most ultimate levels, to your most powerful levels, to levels in which your mind cannot even imagine right now, if you want to go to those heavens and to live that life, to live that dream, to manifest that business, to manifest that relationship, to manifest that spiritual state, that state of consciousness of love, compassion, enlightenment, conjunction, unifying the opposites. If you want to find wisdom, to be the all wise archetype, to be the king, the queen, to operate in God mode, if you want the dream, you cannot treat your sophistication as a commodity, as a something, well, like you can substitute with whatever else, something that it is not your priority, something that comes after, after you eat, and after you kiss, and after you sing, and after you watch your favorite Netflix TV show. No, my friend, that is mediocrity mindset. Your personal development demands hunger, a very primitive, omnipresent, almost demonic hunger for greatness. And if you're not willing to make that happen, Merry Christmas for you. I see you in your most inferior stage of your life. Welcome to the hungriest podcast in the world, to be the most transformative podcast of all time. This is our hunger. This is the Mastermind Podcast Challenge Season 2. And this is your doctor, your favorite doctor of all time, the Papacito of Puerto Rico. This is your Dr. Derek Israel, and this is the episode 557. If you like what you see here, if you like the information and the vibe and the motivation that I will inject to your heart, join us. We are connecting every morning, Monday through Friday, almost every week for a whole year. We are almost in the half of the way. This is the Mastermind Podcast Challenge Season 2. And before we go and discuss everything that I want to tell you about developing an absolute hungerness or hunger to conquer your dreams, to conquer your life, to expand your potential. Before that, let me tell you that I'm launching finally. Oh my goody! Finally, I am launching my new course that it is called dun, 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 Your Way to Ultimate Integrity. My friend, is with 75% off for this week of premiering. This course is entirely on English and is the most powerful program that you will take in your life. I took everything that I know from psychology, coaching, spirituality, business, politics, motivation, every technique that I know, and I compiled everything together in one absolute and total idea that will transform your processes and will make you complete and total. And I call that the ultimate integrity. So if you want more information about this, the price of the course, the lessons, a little bit about the lessons, what the course includes, go to the link in the description where it says everything or all promoted. Click there and you will be redirected to the course. And now, baby, let's go with the subject of today. What is to be hungry? What is to be hungry? Well, it's kind of obvious, huh? Well, I want to eat food. I am hungry. Yes, that is to be biologically hungry, and that is obvious. That is not the case today. We are talking about a hunger more multi-perspectival, more holistic than that. We are talking about a spiritual hunger. What is to be hungry spiritually, my friend, for you? What do you think? What do you think? Let me tell you what to be hungry for me is. For me, to be hungry is a spiritual state. To be hungry is a spiritual state of incessant or relentless or non-stopping pursuit of greatness. A non-stopping pursuit of your own potential, of the most and biggest and greatest thing that you can be, because you know you can be that. You are better than you are right now. You have a future self that you can conquer, and that is a beautiful idea. Because what is the other idea? That you will be forever what you are right now? Well, that is not a life to live. That is not a heroic life to live. You are the protagonist of your movie. You wake up every day and you have a whole different window of opportunity to be more than you are. And the fact that you are conscious of that, aware of that, and that you follow that with integrity, intensity, passion, purpose, strategy, that is hunger. A good synonym of hunger is ambition. But notice, ambition, I kind of conceptualize that more like a mental state. When you are ambitious, you have like a good picture of your mind of something big that you want to accomplish, and you go towards that, right? And I think that is very important and very, very powerful. I have an episode about it on Spanish that is called Ambición, ambition in Spanish. So look at on my YouTube channel. It's an old video. It's an old podcast, but those that are classic, right? Classic. But ambition and to be hungry is not the same. Ambition is a mental picture. To be hungry is a spiritual state. It is a state of consciousness. It is a state of consciousness that not only need a picture in your mind, but it's also a calling of your soul. This hungry, this spiritual hunger, it is not something that Derek Israel can give you, or that the coach can give you, or that your parents can give you, or your child, or your girlfriend. This is a spiritual hunger that you need to develop from within, from your core, from your gut, from your sexual energy. This is the kind of hunger that will not let you sleep at night, because you have stuff to do. Not because you want to be productive, just to be productive. No, you want to be productive because you are becoming someone. You are becoming better than you are. And production accommodates matter into new stages. Like if you produce a new book, for example, believe me, man, you will be in a whole different level of existing, because to produce that book, you accommodate new spiritual realities into your being, and that is a fact. You know, if you make a business, you will vibrate different. If you become a father, become a mother, get married, those things, they change you. And to pursue those things that change you for the better relentlessly, we call that hunger. To be hungry always. But you know, some of you learn more by contrast. So you may be asking, okay, Derek, I kind of understand, but what is the opposite of being hunger? Just to see what is the contrast. What is the black of the white? What is the night of the day? Well, this is the opposite, my friend. Satisfaction. That is the opposite of hunger. And I call that the killer of your dreams. When you are satisfied, oh man, watch out. Watch out. Because satisfaction just lead to conformism. And that is the killer of your dreams. So just imagine that you are very, very hungry, just physically, just not this spiritual, advanced, sophisticated state of consciousness of hunger. Just you are hungry. Like you didn't have breakfast in the morning, you went to work, you forgot about it. Now it's 2 p.m. and you are, oh my God, I'm so hungry. So you go running to a pizza store, a pizza restaurant, and you open the door and you smell the pizza. Just imagine this. Oh, wow. And there is no one in the line. So you go to the salesman and you say, my God, I want a full pepperoni pizza. And the salesman say, all right, man, it's 15 bucks. And you take out your card, you pay the 15 bucks, and you grab and he give the pizza to you. So you go running almost like if you are in the Olympics, and you go, you sit down, you open the box of pizza. Sorry, I disconnected my my microphone. I'm today, not even my technology can handle my energy today. I'm on it. I'm hungry. So you take, you know, you open your pizza box and you see that orange, delicious, hot, smoky pizza, melting cheese, waiting for you. It's like it's calling for you. Is surrendering before you. It is asking you for mercy. That pizza, and you take one slide, almost shaking because you are so hungry. You have your mouth so watery, so wet. You know, you almost are um, like shooting rivers through your lips. And then you take the first bite. Oh my God, it's the best pizza that you have eaten in your life. Oh my God. It's crazy pizza. And you start biting another, and you take the first bite and the second and the third, and you eat the whole box. Now, how you feel after after you eat the whole box? How you feel? Hmm. Do you feel the same excitement when you smell the odor of new pizza? Oh no, I just eat pizza. It's like, oh, I don't want to smell more pizza. Do you feel the urgency of working of running back to your job, or you are just gonna like, okay, I will walk back to my job. I just, or I already eat, so I am not in a hurry to anything. So I'm just gonna come back to my job, to my work normally. Like, you came to the pizza restaurant running, remember? You was running. You have urgency, but now you are walking back. Just notice. Before you came to eat the pizza, you could not think of anything, just the pizza. The pizza was omnipresent. It was so real in your mind. It was a magic. You was manifesting, you was materializing a pizza with your desire. And then magically, almost magically, you manifested a pizza in your reality. And you may say, well, Derek, of course, I went to a pizza store and I bought the pizza. I didn't materialize. Yes, you materialized. You did all of those mechanical actions. But at the end of the day, what is the result? A pizza in your face. You materialize a pizza in your face. But now you are not hungry anymore because you already ate it. And now you are sleepy. Oh man, I want to go to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, I ate the pizza and I want right now like to check Instagram, to check my favorite celebrities, to dream that I want to be like them while I go back to sleep. Just notice. This is the human mind. This is your journey. We are all like that. We eat and we want to sleep. How that will make you grow? Well, that is exactly what happens spiritually when you become satisfied. Then you cannot smell the pizza anymore. But if, then it will not awake desire in you anymore. Like if you are a man after an orgasm, after a very potent orgasm, you don't want sex anymore. Like if you really want to make your, a woman is different, but a man, if you really want to make a woman or a man, if you are homosexual, whatever, satisfied in your sexual actions, don't orgasm, man. Easy. Don't eat the pizza. Easy. Maintain the expectation alive. Maintain the reward far away. And pursuing the pizza, pursuing the orgasm, pursuing your growth, your exponential expansion always into the future. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? So satisfaction is conformism, and that is the opposite of divine hunger. Now, let me give you 7 proven strategies for maximizing hunger. All right. This is for you to maintain this spiritual state for a long time and almost 24/7, because you will need this, my friend. Your personal development is a lonely road. It's a dark road. You will find some demons here, some dragons. Oh my God, they will be hard to fight. They will be hard to conquer. So you may stick with your hungriness, with your hunger long term if you want to persist in this road, in this journey of personal development. So here is how you maximize your hunger. The first strategy is that you need to connect with your survival mode. We are living in an age in which everything is given to us. You can pick up your phone, you can order a pizza, it's in your door 20 minutes after that. If you don't want to work in a lot of countries, you just take, food stamps or the government will give you a little bit of money just to survive. So even if you don't want to survive, you don't want to do anything, in a lot of countries, not every country, but in most countries, I will say, not, I don't know most, but in a lot of them, you will survive because you will have food at, as a minimum, food and a little bit of a shelter. You don't need to do nothing. We now have a refrigerator. Oh man, this is the most difficult word for me and on English. Refrigerator. Refrigerator. Yes. Anyways, there's another word for that. Let me check it. The fridge. Yeah, the fridge. Yeah, that is more easy for me to say. We have a fridge now. It is doing the work for us. Now we don't need to go to the forest, to the jungle to hunt a bear to eat. No, we have a fridge that have everything there, and we go to the fridge. Notice, back in the day, we were hunting dragons to eat, and now we are hunting a fridge. We are getting weak, man. We are getting easy. We are getting sloppy. We are getting conformed. So when you connect with your survival mode, man, you send to hell everything that is given to you. Like, I'm not saying that you will now go and hunt your own food. I still use a fridge. But I maintain my mindset like if I need to go to hunt every day. Even if I have a fridge, okay, I know it's there and I eat from there. But in my mindset, I'm going to the jungle to hunt every day because this is how we are built as humans. We are hunting machines. We are survival devices. And when you are like that, when you connect like that, with that, you maintain your hunger. So every day I come here to the camera, to the podcast, to the microphone. This for me, this is hunting. I am hunting you. I am hunting you because I want you. I want you to, pay attention. I want you to grow. I want you to elaborate. I want you to create your own project, your own business, your own art project. I want you to be your own leader. I want you to learn with me. I want you to become my client. I want you to take my courses. I want you to buy my books, and I want you to transform your life. That for me, in my particular case, this is my hunting. I'm hunting you. I am surviving. I am surviving here, folks. Oh, Derek Israel is making a podcast. I am not making a podcast, man. I am surviving because I'm hungry. And my baby girl, my 3 years old, she's hungry as well. My wife, she's hungry. We haven't eaten for years. We haven't eaten. We are still smelling the pig size right here. I almost can taste it, but I don't taste it. Never, because I don't want to become satisfied. I don't want to become, I am so sleepy. No, I want to stay like I am hungry. Because when I am hungry, I am lethal. And when I am lethal, I'm coming for you with ferocity. And you are my goal, because this is my life. I am a personal development coach. I'm a psychologist. My day-to-day is to transform people. But what is your hunting like? Maybe you are a builder. Maybe you are an engineer. Maybe you are a software developer. I don't know. Maybe you are an artist of whatever area. You will know exactly how your hunting looks like. Just do that with hunger, with survival urgency. This is mandatory for long-term sustainability in personal development. The second strategy is that you need to make to achieve your greatness the number one priority of your life. You know how many other priorities do you have in your life? Oh, I want to reach my dreams. Oh, I want to be a dad. Oh, I want to be a mother. Oh, I want to finalize my clinical psychology postdoctoral degree that no one will care. Oh, I want to be rich, although I am not happy. Oh, I want to be that. Man, those goals, hey, you can have those goals. They can be priorities. Nothing wrong. I have some of those in my own life. But you know what other goal is more important for me than all the others? To become great, to become the best that I can be. And that priority injects with life to every other area in my life, to every other goal, because it's not a specific goal. And notice, to achieve your greatness, who can say when you actually achieve it? There is no judge. There is no professor that will say, oh, yeah, finally you achieved greatness. I will give you a 10 on your greatness. Congratulations. There's nothing like that. Your mother cannot say what is your greatness because your mother doesn't know. Your father doesn't know. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, they don't know. They only I deactivate my microphone again. Sorry for that. I don't know what is going on today. It's like I am moving and woof, I disconnect everything. They can only support you, but they cannot drive you or say, hey man, you achieve it. This is your potential. Because who only knows your potential? Who only knows what are you capable of? You. You are the only one that can feel your desire, that can feel your hunger. So you are the only one that is responsible to pursue that relentlessly until you never achieve it. Never achieve it. Notice I didn't say until you achieve it, because if you achieve it, remember the pizza example, then you don't want any more pizza and you want to go to sleep. So it's better for you to never be the greater you. It's a continuous, it's a process, it's a development, it's an elaboration. The third strategy is that you need to understand that age is an illusion, but mastery is real. I will repeat this. Age is an illusion, but mastery is real. What I mean by this, a lot of folks, like they reach 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75 years of age, and they say, I'm done. Like, I'm 45 and I'm not hungry anymore. Like back in the day, the typical stupid excuse. Back in the day, I was hungry, but blah 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 blah. And now I'm 45. Dude, you know that 45 is the beginning of the new peak of human beings, specifically for men. For women, I don't dare to say that. But for men, 45 is the beginning. Now you can be 85 years old and you can be almost in your peak, not physically, but holistically. In your peak, in your prime. If you are 25, if you are 20, if you are 30, man, you are a you are a worm. You are a fetus. Age is an illusion. So if you think that you are losing your hunger because you are 50, That is your an illusion. You are losing your hunger because you are conforming, you are getting satisfied, not because you have 60 years, you know. If you study the greatest man of all history, these were men and women that after 80, after 90, they keep pushing forward into expansion. If you take Warren Buffett as an example, he's the most successful investor of all time. Warren Buffett. He's almost 90 years old. I don't know if he's 90 already, but he's very near or 90 already. And he continues to push not only in his investment, but in his life. And he continues to innovate himself. For example, Buffett, he used to say, I never invest in technology stocks in the stock market. Why? Because he said, well, I am not very expert in that area. So I will never invest in a Microsoft stock or in an Apple stock. I will focus more maybe on banking, on commodities like, for example, Coca-Cola, or, you know, in more conventional industries. And he stated like that, like for 40 or 50 years. And he made a fortune doing that. He's billionaire. But then, like after 80 years old, he invested a lot of money, like a lot, on Apple. And Apple obviously is a technological company. And people say, okay, man, what changed? And he said, you know, I changed. Nothing changed. I changed. I kept reading. I kept looking. I kept being observant. And I just understood that Apple is not going anywhere. So because Apple is not going anywhere and it will continue to expand in my theory, right? At least in my belief. So I decided to invest all in that. So he did. That is the capacity of reinvention. You know, my favorite psychologist is Carl Jung. And Carl Jung has two different stages of his life. He has the Carl Jung before 50 and the Carl Jung after 50 years old. So before 50 is the Carl Jung that we study mostly in the academia. You know, the more scientific oriented one. But after 50, he had some visions, he had some psychological and spiritual crises and some evolutions, and he changed and he construct his massive metaphysical spiritual psychological theory after 50. From 50 years old to 80 something years old, he wrote his last book when he was 80 something, and it's a masterpiece of a book. It is called The Mysterious Conjunction. So he was still hungry because age is an illusion, but mastery is real. If you continue to master yourself, to master the skills, to master your industry with hunger, you will never stop growing. You will get better and better and better and better in the years to come. Don't see the future as a degeneration, as a something that will decay, as something that brings death. Obviously bring death, but death is also the ultimate hunger. Like, if you know that you are going to die, how the hell are you not hungry now that you are still alive? Now that you still have time to make it, to be, to change the world, you still have time, because time is an illusion, but master is real. So go and master things with patience, with practice, with openness to new experiences, to try new things, to be open, to be flexible in your thinking and in your decision making. The next step is that you need to decide to listen to no one except your hunger. Not even Derek Israel, not even your parents, not even your favorite TV celebrity. At the end of the day, if you really want to go wild, if you really want to achieve your supremacy as a spiritual being, you need to listen to no one. Yes, there's moments in which we listen to others, but when there is a moment in your life that is highly intimate, that is highly profound, that is something that is a spiritual revelation for you, you need to listen to no one, only to your hunger, only to your desire, only to your determination, only to your inner power, only to your capacity to love. And through that love, to manifest greatness in the world and in your life. Can you do this? Can you make your hunger your priority number one? Can you listen to your hunger more than you listen to your boss, to your partner, to your neighbor, to your favorite influencer? That is demanded. That is mandatory. Your hunger is your way. It is your propulsion. It is your movement. It is your faith, your conviction, your drive. Your fuel. Do you understand now? Do you understand why is this so important for you? Do you understand now why it's so important for the world that you pursue your hunger? That you become one with your hunger? Because you will become one with your desire. And when you become one with your desire, there is no thing in life that can deny you the possibility of manifesting that desire, because there is nothing more powerful than the God's will. And when you are one with your desire, you are one with the God's will. The next strategy is that you need to be willing to be more than you ever imagined. To sustain your hunger, you need to dare to dream bigger. I know that you are probably dreaming some things in your life. I know. But I want you to do it bigger. So maybe you want to publish a book. Well, that is not big enough. Why you don't dream to make it a bestseller? Maybe you want to publish a film, a movie. That is not big enough. What do you don't aspire to publish a whole, you know, movie saga or movie series like part one, part two, part three, and make them all great? Like Why you don't dare to think bigger, man? I will tell you, because it will demand more from you, and we are so comfortable in our own inferiority. Do you notice this? You are so comfortable in your mediocrity. Mediocrity is comfortable, man. It's so good to be mediocre. It's so good to wake up late. It is so good to eat more than you should. It is so good to skip the workout. It is so good, man. It's heaven. It's heaven, truly. It's heaven to have the orgasm only 30 seconds after the sex. Like, I don't want to wait. Like, why I will want to wait for you to have the orgasm? I want to have my own orgasm. Like, 30 seconds. That's it. That is what a man need to achieve an orgasm. 30 seconds. Why to wait? Right? It's so good. It's so good to be a mediocre man. It's so good to be a mediocre woman. But that doesn't mean that you have to. That doesn't mean that you need to conform to that stage of your life, that state of operation, a state that is less that you can be. So be willing to be more than you ever imagine, because you can. You may ask, Derek, why? Why I should dare to imagine more? Why not? Because you can. Because this mind that you have is a perfect machine of images production. Like, you produce images, and those images, they are not thoughts, they are spoilers. They are spoilers about what is coming to your life. That is conviction. That is power of manifestation. That is personal development. That is yourself. The next step is that you need to take responsibility for your future generations. And this is a huge one. Do you need to understand, you are living on the top of a tree that is extending forever to your past with every ancestor that you have. It's a tree of heritage, it's a tree of intergenerational wisdom, and you are in the top of the tree because you are living now, because you are here now, and all of your ancestors, they are dead. So they already made their contribution to your lineage, to your heritage. They made what they made. Maybe you say, oh my God, my ancestors, they have to be very, very bad because I have a mediocre life. Well, they have their shot. Now you are here. What you will do about it? You are the bridge to the change for your generations and from your own gene. If you want a gene sophistication, and I mean by that, if you want your genes, that is, the device that is locking and arresting in itself the whole tree of your heritage, every ancestor that you had, every decision that they took, everything make you. Everything is making your code, your essence right now. And you are a bridge to change your history and the history of your future descendants. You are that bridge. You are that factor. It is not your son. It is not your daughter. No, they will have their time when you are dead. But if you are alive, you are the bridge. You have the responsibility to make your generations better. In my case, I came from a middle low class from Puerto Rico, South Part, in a very rural place. And I don't know what made my ancestors, what decisions they took for me to live in that condition. I love it. To be sincere, I will not change that for anything. I love the fact that I came from the bottom. I came from the cows and the chickens and the mud. But I know that I don't want my granddaughter, I don't want my grandson or my grandson living the same way. So what I will do, I will say, okay, so it's their responsibility to find another way, to find a better way. No, that is externalizing the responsibility. That is not what a alpha male, alpha female do. That is not what a person that have infinite hunger do. A person with infinite hunger takes responsibility to make things right for the future generations. Because this is the way I can contribute to my heritage and therefore to the world. I want to solidify my family beyond my lifetime. That is a good goal. That is a goal that will make me to push farther and farther, even when I think that I already make it or made it. Because I will say, okay, I made it, but what about my granddaughter? Like, if I don't secure the empire right now, because I am the bridge, I am the living thing, I am the one who is ruling the kingdom right now, what I can do right now to guarantee that in 200 years, my descendants are pretty good, in a position to lead humanity better, because I believe in my own organism. I believe that my organism is capable of doing great things, and I believe that my gene will propagate itself, creating better and better and better and better iterations of organisms that will revolutionize the world for the better. That is what I believe. That maintains my hunger. But are you thinking that way? Or are you just thinking on yourself, to yourself, by yourself, of yourself, and you are not thinking long term enough? You are not thinking about how you are changing your history, not only your past, because you are making all of your ancestors happy, because you are saying, hey, everything that you done, look what results in me. Look what is the result of the fruit of our own journey, this collective fruit that we have been building for others to eat is now very sweet. So thank you for all the decisions that you made, because now with all of those decisions and my drive and my um, manifestation, now we are guaranteeing better results in the future for our own family, our own bloodline. And the last strategy that I have for you to maintain your hunger is to love. Is to love. It is impossible to love and to lose your drive. Because when you love, you understand that love is action. Love is not a passive feeling of, oh, I love you. No, love is more like, I love you. I'm coming for you. I will save you. I will make everything better. I will wrestle. I will fight. I will penetrate every obstacle that is on my way because I love you so much. I will conquer everything because I love you so much. Notice, love is a propulsion for your greatness. And you may ask, okay, Derek, but what I am supposed to love? Everything. You're supposed to love everything. Your life, your future, your past, your decisions, your body, your sex, your intellect, your day to day, your art, your goals, your personality, everything. You need to develop an unconditional love. And by developing that in your consciousness, by meditating on that, by practicing loving and loving every object, loving this sticky note, loving this episode, loving everything, even the thing that you hate, loving them also, you will clear your body for more light. And more light is more hunger. Because when you are illuminated, you cannot stop to be a force in the world, to be a power in the world for the better change and for the improvement of the whole multiverse. So remember, my friend, that the number one enemy of your eternal hunger is the fear that you have disguised as satisfaction. So you may say, Derek, yes, I kind of like what you said, but I'm satisfied, man. I don't see the problem. I don't want that hunger. I'm satisfied. That you are not satisfied. You are fearful. You are afraid. And that is a disguised as satisfaction. Satisfaction is just fear to go and push forward, to push and to go and push further, 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 because that will demand, more capacities, more drive, more energy, more intelligence, more cooperation. That will demand that a part of you die, a part of you needs to die to bring forth the new thing in you. And obviously that is scary. So you will prefer to say sometimes, I'm satisfied, to say I want to die. Because your ego do not want to die. But it's necessary for your ego to die in order to be reborn. Because the one that made you who you are is the same that needs to die to bring who you will be. You cannot bring the new you by being the same you. It's obvious, it's arithmetic, it is stupid math. Just stupid math. You need to die today. You need to kill parts of you. You need to reinvent parts of you. You need to let your hunger drive your movement in your destiny. And I will not accept any excuse. This is personal development. This is the real game. This is the real road. It is not easy. It is not easy peasy. But trust me, you one day will look back at your life and you will say, oh my God, I was not supposed to be so big. I came from nothing and now I'm all. I came from hate and now I love. I came poor and now I am rich, not only in money, but also in spirit. That is my desire for you. That is my hunger for you. And I will continue to hunt you forever. And I expect you to do the same in whatever your hunger is driving you towards. So if you like this episode, make a comment, share it on social. Remember, we are on Patreon, and with only $5 per week, you can donate to this podcast and you can help us to continue self-sustainable, to help other thousands of people around the world that are listening, growing, learning for free with this podcast. Go to the link in the description, become a donator. That helps a lot. Also, remember that we have the Telegram chat, all free. It's on Telegram, obviously. It's a Telegram chat. The link is also in the description. Join us. We will discuss these ideas further in the group. And also remember that I'm about to launch my first book, Terapia con Derek, in the next following weeks. That is almost done. In English will be Therapy with Derek and will be released after the Spanish one. And finally, hey, remember that I am launching my new course, Your Way to Your Ultimate Integrity. That will be the most powerful program that you will ever take in your life. You will become whole to that program. Integrity means wholeness. When you are integrous, you are not divided. You are balanced, you are in harmony. Everything is one. Your business, your spirit, your sex, your emotions, your psychology, everything is one. That is to be integrous. And I showed you step by step your way to integrity. It's a very dynamic course. You will have resources there and you will have lifetime access with only one payment that, for being honest, is pretty cheap in the discount offer. After the discount, it is not the cheapest thing in the world. It's not also the most expensive. But hey, if you can buy it now with the discount at 75%, I think it's a great deal. It's a great deal. You will learn so much that you will not even, I don't know how your life will be if you are integrous, man. You will achieve so much. And more than achieve, you will be so much. More important than achieving is being. You will be so much yourself, so much love. Go to your ultimate integrity, and I see you there.